Welcome back to Coast AM. Richard Serrett sitting in the big air chair here on Coast, coming to you live from Coast Toronto affiliate Talk Radio AM 640. Ambassador Lee Wanta, the $31.2 trillion man, is with us, and Lon Gibby, the producer of the documentary Eagle One to Wanta, and Lon also wrote the foreword to Lee's biography, Wanta, Black Swan, White Hat. All right, so assuming... Well, here's a point I think it's important for people to understand. If they're listening to this and they say, this is too incredible, this, he's Ronald Reagan's secret agent. He, through a series of currency swaps and other financial dealings, he accrues this vast fortune of $31.2 trillion, but it got taken away from him. He's falsely imprisoned. Now he wants to bring it back to the United States for the benefit of all Americans. And they're saying this is like a James Bond movie. But there was a fairly recent U.S. District Court judge that ruled in your favor that the money must be returned to you. Give me some particulars, either you, Lee, or you, Lon, about this ruling, because if there was a U.S. District Court judge ruling that you get the money, Lee, obviously there has to be a paper trail and some documentation that would prove this story is true.
Well, let's go back. First of all, Judge Lee already... You have that court order. Then you have Judge Ellis, the federal judge at the district court, the backup Judge Lee, and the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond had testified with the Assistant Attorney General McClendon that the chief counsel of the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond, which is not a Federal Reserve, but they claim they are, admitted to the judge, and it's in writing and in transcripts, that yes, Mr. Wanta did receive $4.5 trillion from the Bank of China, and Henry Paulson, the Secretary of the Treasury, ordered the Federal Reserve Bank in Richmond to forward it to his attention at the U.S. Department of the Treasury in Washington, D.C. And it's not an assumption because he admitted that the Bank of America in Richmond received it, which was set up for Ameritrust Group, and I was excited. And we went, and Chris Story was there too, and a couple of military guys, and we went directly to New York to Citibank, and Citibank had an appointment to set up my bank account, and I have people that were witnesses in the lobby, and the guards would not let me go upstairs, and we found out later that George Bush was up there with Bob Rubin, and all political hacks, and they were decided that, well, not yet. And then the Citibank called the police, and the police came with a SWAT team, and they were going to throw me out of the bank. I just got back from the federal courts in Virginia, and then there was the meeting of the minds, the SWAT team against me and my representatives, which was the Provost Marshal of the United States Department of Defense. And the SWAT team put their arms up. This is not the place for us, guys. Let's move out. And then we had more black bands than they did out there.